Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, and I'm back for some more Age of Wonders 4. Let's just jump right into it. There's a few comments to go through this week, but, the most important thing that I want to get started with, someone named Fritzario pointed out that I can actually change my heroes' names in here, which I didn't know that you could do this, but you can change their names. You can also adjust their appearance and everything, too, which is kind of cool. I did know that, but I hadn't noticed that you could change their names over here. So we're just going to change this guy's name to Bram, because I'm going to keep calling him that. He's a character from Guild Wars, generally quite opposed. No, that was right. Generally quite opposed to Jormag, but I am just going to say Jormag finally got to him and corrupted him. So now, every time I say Bram, technically I'm right instead of just being insane. So for comments for the gameplay, though, there's just a few this week from Chris Lighthawk. Did mention something really cool. I don't know if I will do this, because it seems like it's maybe a little bit of an unintended exploit. Now, that being said, my entire last, or well, I guess series kind of running adjacent to this one is based off of an unintended exploit. But just for those who want to know, you can use when you're sieging a city, and I can't really show you here, but if you were to start the siege and do headlong assault, and then wait until like one turn before the siege is done, you could cancel Headlong Assault, but the damage to the city's walls will remain. And Headlong Assault gives you like an extra 5 to siege progress. So basically, if you cancel that last turn and then redo the siege, you can save yourself time on the siege effectively for free. Because the only thing Headlong Assault does is it makes it so that your units take damage at the start of the battle, but it doesn't cost any gold. But if you cancel it right before the siege is done and a lot of damage has already been done to the walls, and then immediately restart the siege, you can potentially save some time at no cost to you and with no damage to your units. You would just restart the siege and then not select Headlong Assault and let it run through its very final stages. So it may take a little math to get it to work perfectly, and it does feel a little cheesy, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Who knows, maybe some devs watch this and maybe they'll fix it now. I'm not really sure, but I just figured I'd share. Also from Eli Fire, did confirm that cities can swap provinces with outposts, not just other cities. That's good to know. I assumed that was the case, but I didn't know for sure. I had never actually tried to do that before. But that does mean that whenever the city's borders do expand far enough to reach that gold mine, I can give it to my capital and then give this city the province, or this outpost the province over here that I very badly want it to have. And then from general feedback, just from a lot of people, wanted to let me know that the brutal AI defense and resistance buffs, like the +3 to defense and resistance that brutal AI opponents are currently getting, which is making their units so darn tanky. Like, you got an Arcanist here with 5 defense and 6 resistance. That's a tier 1 unit that doesn't even have any enchantments on it. Well, I guess it's got leaf skin, so it's getting a little resistance from that. But yeah, just absolute tanky units. That is going to apparently be taken away in the Watcher update, so we won't have to deal with that anymore. That is making the AI just absolute damage sponges. And while it is making it harder and making me have to think a little harder about the combat, a lot harder actually, I don't know that I really think it's that much fun, so I am kind of glad they're getting rid of it. We just have to hope that the other AI updates make up for some of their more obvious failings that have been kind of present, especially on the strategic map. I think they generally do usually okay in tactical combat, but on the strategic map they just sometimes make really dumb decisions. But that being said, let's jump in and get this siege done. I'm not going to sit around and wait for that update to make this all easier. We're just going to roll with it, see how much I can get done today. Although probably not another 2.5 hour episode, because I don't want to sit around spending 5 hours for my computer to render another episode. Alright, so I was looking at this before getting started and decided that I want to try to get... This army down here is by far the most beat up one, so I'm going to try to get some healers to them. So I'm going to move the Sunderer out of this army, and there's a healer here. I want him in with that army. There's also a healer here who I want... whoops, not you. that healer needs to go in with this army. So I need to pick another unit from this army that I don't really need to be healed, and I'm actually going to pick the scout. The scout is going to be fine. I don't really need max health on him. He's not one of my more important characters. Instead, I think I would like to get that other berserker in this group. The warrior could use it too, but I think I'm going to focus on getting the berserkers as much health back as I can give them. This actually, you know what? I'm going to take the evoker out, and we'll bring both the war, because the evoker, sorry, the white witch. The white witch doesn't really need to have her damage maxed out, because I'm primarily going to be using her distance freeze ability. So we'll take her out and add both the berserker and the warrior, like that. And then that army's got... Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. I just miscounted. But this army's at least got plenty of healers with them. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do... I hope if there's a way I can arrange this to where... I think if I attack with the center stack, it'll put them in the middle, and then I could just run the other War Shaman over, because he doesn't really need to be in Bram's group. So yeah, I think if I do it this way and attack with the center stack, I can initiate this combat with them in the middle, so that regardless of which side these guys start on, this War Shaman will be able to run to them quickly and assist with healing. Basically, I just have to heal up really quickly here. So, let's do this. I guess we have to move everyone up. And then we'll just attack with Bram. Okay. This says a safe battle. The really important thing is I shouldn't be losing units in this fight. That would be kind of dumb. I'm gonna just... Well, I mean, out of curiosity, we can always throw an auto combat down. Yeah, see, I lost, it went pretty well, but I lost a Sunder, and I can't afford any more unit losses, so we're just going to retry this and do it correctly. For that battle to go as well as it did, though, the AI probably actually did use their healing, but they're normally pretty good at that, I've noticed. Okay, it did do what I was hoping. It put Bram in the middle. How much range do they have? They've just got those Arcanist guys. Pretty much everyone else is melee except for the Soother. I think we can probably lure them out of the walls pretty easily. Okay, so what I want to do is get... Ooh, actually I could get the Scout in on this too. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to put the Scout here and make sure... I need to make sure all these units can bunch up. So Berserker's there. Guys there. Yeah. Yeah, because these are both in range of the warriors, or of the shamans on both sides. So I think that center spot right there is perfectly in the middle. He can reach there. Okay, that's good. I'm going to actually just put him there. He may as well be up front. He's a melee. And then I can even get the Scout in on this too. All right, perfect. All right, we can now mass heal this entire group with the two shamans. I'm glad this guy started on the left side. I don't know that you really generally have any control over that, so I got a little lucky there. They should heal up nice and fast now. And then the rest of my army is in overall pretty good shape. So I think we'll be fine. And move up Bram and the Ice Witches, and then just run these guys over to this side as fast as possible. We're going to be grouping everybody up on this one because we've got the numerical advantage, so we want to be able to hit as hard as possible with as many units as possible. Now the nice thing is, because I took out Noctis in the last battle... Oh, you're just going to run right out. Alright, I wasn't really expecting that. I took out Noctis in the last battle, which means that they're doing a lot of damage. They can't cast spells. They are full on charging me. I was not expecting this. Okay, that caught me a little bit off guard. Let's see if I can make them pay for it. If not, I will fall back and form a more defendable position. It doesn't look like I'm going to easily be able to make them pay for that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna take up defenses Alright. See, they got primarily ranged stuff. Let's make sure I get out of range of their spears. So I probably want this guy, like, down here. Yeah. I will put the archer in the trees here. We'll have the Sunder be up front. Evoker can be back there. I keep calling them evokers now, and I'm not really sure why. My brain randomly makes names for things, I guess. Okay, if they're going to be this aggressive, what I'm going to do is use these rocks, create a cone here, and try to funnel them into the middle of it. Since they already appear to be in charge mode, I can set up a much better position for myself. Probably want the archers right behind that rock there. They actually have been doing a respectably good amount of damage. I don't mind letting the shield guy be up front. He could tank a couple hits from those spears. I would like him to be protected by one of the shamans, though. So I think what I'm going to do is put him... Yeah, I think shield guy will go right there with the shaman right behind him. That looks good to me. Bram does not have a shield. I forget. He's got the orb thing, right? So... he would have to go down here. If I get this guy down here, he could kind of help protect... Oh, wait, they're still in range. Okay, jeez. Alright, well, they're going to almost certainly go after that White Witch on this turn. But then again, if I know they're going to do that, I can plan around it. So let's try to take advantage of my own mistakes if I can. I can put the shield guy there, which might make him go after the shield instead. I think I'm going to do that. And then I could block the scout in here with the shield guy, or behind him, so he can assist with range damage. I do want this guy here. Probably want him there, just out of his reach. And I'm going to put the berserkers just out of range on each side. Or, well, on this side anyway. They're going to hit hard when the time comes. Go ahead and get out of that guy's way so he can make it behind the rock. I think this setup looks fine to me. The only mistake was leaving it to where he could reach that White Witch. Which is kind of a bummer, but she's at least protected by both defense and resistance buffs. So I think I'm okay with this. It's still getting a lot of healing. Alright, they want to go after the shield guy. That's alright. He's actually going to regenerate health anyway. Okay, they moved into a position where they're very vulnerable to berserkers. Charging with all their support units first. Okay, he did go exactly after what I thought he would. That's okay. Alright, now we gotta start thinking about freezing that bone golem before it can cause too much of a mess. Fortunately, we've got plenty of options for that. We have overwhelming numbers for this one. Also, Bram can just dish out a ton of damage to that thing. So, let's see. We want to do a few things. Ideally, I would like to freeze the pikes that are up in my face as well. But I think the bone golem is the more important thing to freeze first. So we're going to try to do that. I'm not sure that I want to use all my freezes. Where's my other evo? Oh, wait, no. The other evoker is the one that's stuck in front with this dude. Okay. So I'm going to try to freeze him with you. Ah, he resisted it. Okay, well... guess that makes up for all my good luck on the last episode. Now I have to choose between trying to freeze him again with the other evoker and then running this... White Witch. Sorry, my brain just... every day I wake up, my brain just decides it's going to do something funny that day. Well, my options now are basically try to freeze this one and then get my White Witch out of there. And then use her to freeze the bone golem, which is probably the smart solution. As long as I can roll the odds in my favor. There we go. Okay, now that that's done, I can move her to the cover of these trees and freeze this guy. But that's all my freezes used up for a while now, so I need to make sure that I make this count. Now the shields do still have the stun bash, so that's good. I'm going to... Let's see, I think ideally I would like to stun bash their warrior. They've got that stunning flash thing. Yeah, I would prefer to avoid having him use that on me. Alright, maybe let's just break this down, focus on one thing at a time. I want to do a lot of damage to that bone golem. I think this is an obvious choice that I should do. That takes out so much of that thing's health that on the next turn, Bram can probably finish it off, or come pretty close. Actually, I may be able to just kill it here. Although I don't know if I really want to. It feels like a little bit of a waste to use it all on this turn. I'll just get it down to really low, so I can easily kill it on the next turn, because these archers can't really hit anything else useful from here. Those Furies are coming in strong. I need to build some more of them. They're doing a respectable amount of damage. Yeah, these guys, now they weren't doing this much damage earlier. To be fair, they were doing a bit less than that, because the units are frozen now, which I think is lowering their stats in some way. It just says it can't move or attack. It doesn't say anything about being more easily flanked or having lower defense, but it does seem like I'm doing a lot more damage to them while they're frozen. Alright, well, let's see if I can... I'm going to go ahead and poison this guy. We probably don't need to full kill him, but I do think a good poison will work. Actually, what I might want to do is use this guy as a magical defense for other units as I advance. Nah, I need to get rid of this thing. He's in the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sunder his defense, so that everybody else can start dishing out more damage. And I'm going to also attack with these guys next to keep sundering it, so I can punch through all of that crap. Now pretty much anybody can kill it. Maybe even the archer, or the Pathfinder just can't do it. I would like him to do it because, you know, he could just barely not kill two things. Thank you, Pathfinder. Oh, I had another Pathfinder who was nearby. I forgot to bring him into this fight. I meant to move him over before this, and I totally forgot. Well, between him and this guy, I could do it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Unless I really want to move him up to defend somebody else that's charging. Which actually, that seems like a pretty strong move right there. If I move him up and shield bash, I think I'm going to do that. We can keep this guy off of me for a turn. But now he is up there by himself, so I probably do want to move this guy up and use his defense mode. I'm fine with that. I would like to make sure that I can... Oh wait, I could use the defense mode on this guy. Let me see if I can just... You know, I'm going to be very direct here, actually, with these two. We're just going to straight up bold charge this line. That's what Berserkers do best. I'm not really worried about the Bone Golem right now. Other than the fact, oh, the Soother could fix it, though. Unless I can somehow stun or interrupt the Soother. You know what? I should probably finish off that Bone Golem on this turn. That would be wise. Okay, good. The Razorbacks can get it. Okay. Now, he will spawn his little buddy, which is unfortunate. Because that kind of goofs things up. I had forgotten about that. Because now he can just freely stab my Berserker in the back. And the only units that I have that can do anything about it are over here. I'm gonna take a chunk out of this guy. Maybe I can get him to heal himself instead of his friend. Probably want to... See, these guys are still pinned by the shield even if they wake back up, so I'm gonna start trying to lower the unit count in that stack there. Lower their damage output a little bit so they don't do quite as much to the Berserker. I'm gonna use this guy for the same purpose. Instead of moving him up and giving resistance to the Berserkers, I don't think they really need it right now. I think just lowering their damage output's probably the best. And I do still have this Fury back here. She could almost kill those guys. She could kill those guys, but I'm gonna leave them alive and instead weaken this group here as much as I possibly can. Okay, that's fine. They will do minimal damage to my Berserkers now, and that's really all I needed. And then what I want to do is move these guys here and maybe give my buddies some resistance. I don't think they need it either. They're in defense mode. They've got... And all these mage units have to basically move. They actually can't take very many magical hits, so I'm going to go ahead and use these guys to just poison. Alright, I think I'm fine with that. Okay, they are going to try to move. They'll probably try to soothe something. Oh, I think that was a decent soothe because it fixed up the skeleton nicely. Alright. Well, he's still not doing much, and those guys still have, I think, regen for one more turn, I think. Okay, they took some nasty hits there. Alright, hopefully I can finish them all off on this turn, or come so close to it that it doesn't matter. I'm gonna move up on the side here and see what we can do. Yeah, probably want to use her to finish that guy off. I think the skeleton, or these guys are in a good position to go after them, so yeah, I'm gonna use her. These guys don't do, the White Witches don't do a whole lot of damage necessarily, at least not with these kinds of defense buffs, but their freeze is primarily their go-to thing. Then I can move the archers up. They actually do a respectable amount of damage. I'm gonna sunder his defense a bit first, though. That's probably a good idea. That'll help the archers do more damage. And I think we can probably finish that unit off. I would very much like to get to the one in the back. Which I can do, and I could even shield bash him, but I need to manage to kill this guy in order to do that. Let's see, Bram can absolutely wreck that skeleton. It's probably worth doing. And I could use the scout for something else. But I actually think I kind of want Bram to hit that guy there. Because he can handle the skeleton. Him and maybe one or two other units, probably one. Basically the goal right now is get this person to shield bash that arcanist, or however you pronounce that. Let's see, you could assist with this quite nicely, so why don't you do that? The miss doesn't really matter because the scout's going to be able to finish it anyway. Okay. And then the Sunderer can run over here. Sunder the dude's defense again. And it should be able to kill him. Didn't really need a graze there, but alright. Okay, then Ram can move here. He can move one more space if needed. So we've got a 60% chance of hitting. I need just a little more damage on that guy. Oh wait, what am I talking about? I don't need to run through him. I can run around him. Or like right through the middle. Now that the skeleton's gone, I can just go shield bash this guy, which I'm going to do. Okay, now he can't move. I would still like to finish this guy off. I think Bram may be better off targeting somebody else. I'm just not sure who. For some reason, from here, he's got a 100% chance to hit that guy. Might want to move her up first. Can very nearly kill that person. They won't really be able to move unless they figure out a way to stun my shield guys. That shield unit right there is a tank. Alright, I want you to move around, I think. We're going to start working on the shield. Actually, yeah, I want to start working on the shield. I don't want to charge that guy. He's stunned anyway. So I would rather go here and just have the berserkers, both berserkers, start ganging up on the shield. They can sunder his defense too whenever they hit him. So soften him up a bit. And yeah, we'll have Bram just finish this guy off. And yeah, you don't really have anything better to do, so we'll have you do that. That triggers a morale boost for everybody. I tend to forget about those morale boosts, but they're incredibly useful. Now that he's had his defense sundered a couple times, maybe I can do some decent damage with archers. We can get those furies around and up to here. He's kind of hard to hit because of the trees that are in the way. I may have to reposition some stuff. Okay, you guys haven't done anything yet. I guess I'll move them up here. I can probably poison that, their shield guy. Might have been better to leave him in defense mode. And the poison, there we go. Some damage over time. We can maybe add some bleeding to it. Just give this guy some nasty debuffs. I'll take the crit on that. And then, since he's got a 50% chance of missing and possibly hitting a friendly unit, I'll take this shot instead. Alright, that ends turn. The only unit that can do anything is that Soother. He's just going to go for a flank attack. That is basically completely useless because it only hit temporary hit points. Yeah, they didn't do any permanent health damage to me on that turn. Now I can move scouts up there. A couple shots off. Normally fine with those 70s. I don't like taking shots below that, if it can be avoided. Ram can go up here, and I'm going to start working on this guy. Maybe we can knock another unit down. There we go. And I'm going to actually use his Primal Strike here to do a nice big chunk of damage right in the back of this shield unit. And we can just swarm the other one. I actually have all my freezes back as well, so I could maybe try to lock this guy over here down so he can't run or do anything. 81% freeze. Can we nail it? We got it. Okay, good. Alright, so he's basically stuck. I would like to... Whoa, what did the camera just do there? That was weird. Oh, I crit. He's dead. Just nobody got to see it because the camera suddenly decided these trees over here were really important. Okay. We're good. We can just, at this point, freeze the last guy. They have no real chance now of doing anything. They're all going to die on this turn. Good riddance. Ow! That looked explosive and frosty. Okay, no losses, really no damage taken, and a few level ups. We'll take it. Alright, now, unfortunately, it takes a couple turns to capture the outpost. That's a problem, because I need these guys to be healing. And, well, I guess, yeah, they can just stay there. They'll still heal, they'll just heal slowly. I want them to be healing in my territory. I wonder if it'll let me build the work camp for free when I recapture this. Well, I may as well leave that guy with this group and just kind of bunch everybody up on top of each other. I hate the idea of waiting here even for 2 turns, because what I want to do is just bull rush that underground passage. I feel like we've knocked out enough of Noctis's units in the last turn. Basically, we killed 4 full stacks of Noctis's units, and I only lost like 3 units. We've done so much damage that now it just feels like the right time to rush that underground passage, but I can't do that in good conscience while my units are this beat up. I think it's way too risky. So with that in mind, I'm going to just do this. Had you guys on... Well, actually, you guys can just move, like, here, I guess. I don't know. Like, I want to move... You know, actually, I know what I should do. Do I have the road building yet? Yeah, I did, because I built a road coming down here. I have road building. Okay. So what I can do is use this scout, and I'm going to build a road between these 2 locations. That way I can move units back and forth quickly and still heal in the territory of this outpost. I think that's probably a fine idea. If I build a road, would they be able to make it over there? Some of them would, not all of them. Alright, let's try this, though. If I go here, and then click the road building. There we go. Does that say it's got a road? Yes, it does. Okay. So I can use this. So it's actually useful that this scout was over here. Yeah. You can just build roads all the way to this group. The shaman doesn't necessarily need to be with them. But some of the others can start moving back in that direction. And then this just links up my outpost nicely. Let's see, how can I do this? You can make it over there. In fact, I'm going to be a little disorganized about this. I'll take the chance just to try to get some extra healing. I wish these guys could make it over there, but they just can't. So we're going to have to be okay with that. Bram can... I'm going to keep my armies together regardless of where they are. So, like, Bram doesn't need healing, but he does need to be on this side of things. I need to keep the vulnerable units together. You can build the road again to them. Okay, now it's all linked up. The only unit that's going to get left out in the cold here is the scout, but that's okay. I just need to make sure all the other units are far enough away from the scout that it doesn't initiate a battle. And actually, I don't think I can do that on this turn. The scout would need 6 movement. Yeah, I don't like how that got set up. I think we'll be okay for a single turn. I don't think Noctis has anything else to rush me with like this quickly. So for one turn, I think having a disorganized army set up is fine. There's nobody else nearby enough to really take advantage.
Huh?
Just need these 5. There we go. They're kind of getting blocked by other units. Some of you can go a little further. That Sunderer. Six of them. Let's get these guys. This is a little awkward. Army's completely disorganized now. Alright, well, this is a mess, but whatever. I should be okay. I don't think there's anything else that can hit me. When Jormag was here, I didn't see any hidden units or anything, so I should be fine. Unit enchantment is done. Select new research. I don't think I can research anything. I think that was just we're on my second tier 2, right? Because I got the Tome of... Which ones did I get so far? My tomes, there we go. I have the Tome of Enchantment, Cryomancy, and Doom Herald. Now, originally I was thinking I would get, originally I was thinking I was going to go for the Tome of Glades and get the Glade Runner Archers. But I'm rethinking that because of the presence of Bone Golems and other advantages that the Tome of the Inquisition would bring. And I think that's what I've been leaning towards. I want to double check this, but I think that's what I'm going to go for. Tome of... Oops, that's Chaos. That is the opposite of Order. Where's Order Affinity? There we go. Tome of Inquisition. Yeah, the Condemnation one, making them more vulnerable, but the status of it resistance is a big one. And you can just freeze more stuff. The Inquisitors, also very good. A nice skirmisher, pretty strong skirmisher unit. Tribunal is, well, useful. It's not like the be-all end-all, but there's a lot of useful stuff in this tome. The only thing I can't really use is Inquisitor's Zeal because of my self-imposed rules. Under normal circumstances, I love that enchantment. It's very good, but I can't use that here. Okay, so I think Tome of the Inquisition is the one I'm going to go for. Mostly for those Inquisitors, I think they're pretty good. I think the Fury Archers, they're not a tier 3 archer, but they're still a tier 2. Upgrading to a Glade Runner is not, like, the best thing. Do I want to get the Inquisitor first or get the Mass Condemnation first?
While our own subjects shall be driven by nobility of spirit.
Probably Mass Condemnation, because... right now I can't research anything anyway. I won't make any progress towards whatever I choose here, because Jormag's dead. But once Jormag's back, that's going to be really good combined with Jormag's Breath Attack. And there's other units I can build right now besides the Inquisitors. Although, you know what? I probably want to get the Inquisitors out earlier than later, though. We'll get the Inquisitors first. Okay. But it is, again, lots of time before that'll be ready. Bram leveled up. Let's get something nice for him. Probably Magecraft 2. More accuracy, ignoring more status resistance. Yeah, that's just a good choice for a mage build. Noctis is in the Astral Void, Jormag's in the Void. And remains of somebody have been collected. What do you have? Got a Mystic Shield? Wow, no wonder he was such a tank. Well, we're gonna be selling that. Jormag's in the Void for 2 turns, so I gotta wait a little bit. Signature skill is available. Oh, alright, cool. What does Bram want? Summon Elemental is still pretty good, even though they nerfed elementals. Or, well, they nerfed combat summons in general. They disappear after a little while. But having an extra tier 3 unit to throw around for even just 3 turns, still quite good. So I think I'm probably going to pick that one. Rallying Blessing is okay, but I don't think it's the best. Summon Undead is also pretty good. I think I like the elementals a little better in general, though. And I don't really want Reckless Rage on him. This one is pretty nice, because it gives several stacks of Starblades and Strengthened. Would be useful for helping me hit pretty hard. But if I want to hit hard, I probably want to do it just by shooting things with Bram, rather than... Yeah, I think I would rather get Summon Elemental here. I'm still going to get that. It's definitely a harder choice now. Before the change, that would have been an absolute no-brainer. Okay, I think I've set everything up as best as I possibly can here. We're going to end the turn, then I'll stack everyone kind of close to this road on the edges here. And that way they can all rush to the defense of this outpost when it's needed. Okay, so Noctis has already got some stuff nearby. Nothing that can reach the outpost, though. At least nothing that I can see. So for the moment, I am going to still put everybody over here like I was initially planning. So we need to form up Bram's army again. And I do still want there to be a healer in that group. So let's get one of these guys here. We'll give him one of the Berserkers. Give him one of the Cryomancers. Just kind of want an even spread of units. We'll give him an Archer. And we'll give him probably the Shield guy. Yeah, we'll give him the Shield guy. Nice even balance of units there. The second army will be led by this Berserker, basically. We'll have her in there. We'll get an Archer, another Shield guy, healer. Who else? Probably the Sunderer. And then everybody else. Actually, the Sunderer might be better off over there. Because the Sunderer can run further in combat, so they can rejoin other forces easier. So I think I'll just put the extra Cryomancer over here. Yeah, this will be the army that kind of runs to the other one when combat starts. So we'll put the extra White Witch there, and we'll put both scouts over here. Okay, now everybody has time to heal, and I can run back over and get to defend the outpost at a moment's notice. Actually, on the next turn, I can just run to the outpost and station myself in it, because it'll be under my control at that point. Alright, we did finish the School of Cryomancy here, which is pretty nice. That's going to help my research whenever Jormag comes back, which I think is next turn. So what do I want next? I do want the Tithe Collector, because I'm kind of building around that now. And that extra gold would be pretty dang handy. I had decided that I wanted to build the Tithe Collector here. I could boost population and get it, and do it now, or I could like put a Rune Carver's camp up between those quarries, or just build more buildings. I think actually, considering my current build, just making more buildings is probably better. Like the Ancestral Seer Hall. Yeah, because the buildings are giving me gold and city stability. So, yeah, let's get the Ancestral Seer Hall. And for my units, I think I just made another Berserker. I want another Fury and another Freeze or White Witch. So, let's work on those. The White Witchers are coming in strong, and the Furies are doing a lot of damage. I have quite a few berserkers up front, and this guy replaces the one I lost earlier. But I don't want my whole army to be berserkers. They have a role to play, but just because they're tier 3 doesn't make them, by default, the best choice. I'm going to have him run straight down the road because they're all going to the same place. Bram can stay where he is. And we end the turn again. I think Noctis has a quest over here. I think they may have gone back down into the underground. I saw a bunch of red flashing around there. Okay, beautiful. I will look for your brother. Bram, I'm sure he's fine. Bram doesn't have a brother. Little brother, he went dowsing for precious stones, yet never returned. Dowsing? What is dowsing for stones? I don't think I've ever heard that word before in my life. Sure, I'll help find him. I don't know where it's good. Nope, never mind. We're not doing that. You should have told me where it was first, man. Sorry. I hope there's no negative consequences for that. All right, now we can get everybody on the new outpost, and the new outpost does get the work camp for free. That's awesome. All right, I think I want that here, right next to that cave entrance. I'm making this decision is being made purely for like strategic reasons. But yes, this gives me front line against Noctis. I think it's by far the best choice. Like, economically speaking, yes, a conduit or a research post here would be good, but that tile doesn't do me any strategic good right now. The only other thing I would consider is this one right here, just to get units in between these two forts more quickly. But I need to go all in on killing Noctis if I want this to succeed. Because once I kill him, then I can run armies through and just raise these cities. They'll be independent cities, but I can still burn them down, and they'll be much easier to take. The whole point right now is get into that underground passage and kill Noctis. And Jormag is back. Good news, good news. All right. You can maybe keep an eye out, maybe spot some stuff. Can you guys make it to that tower? Yes, you can. All right, perfect. The technically being on that tower isn't, like, perfectly ideal because any units that are in the outpost would get... Well, the outpost has walls of 40, so I don't actually need to defend it on this turn. Doesn't really matter what I put over here. I guess I'll just make a forester, but I'm just going to go rush over there and use it as a staging ground against that underground passage. These guys can all get back over. Those guys can go join them. Wait, what? Huh? Move the path. Oh. Okay. For some... he didn't have enough movement, the little Razorback guy. Alright. I need somebody fast from one of these groups. I guess we'll have to have Bram go join them if we want to keep everyone else kind of together-ish. Alright, any units with full health, go hang out with the Razorback, I guess. We're already goofing up my nicely organized armies. Ah, dang it. Alright. I'm going to put you guys here. In fact, we'll throw you there. Put this group here. I'm trying to keep everyone out of the outpost, so if I get attacked, it brings all these units in. Yeah, anyone who's full health can go with can go to that tile because they're not going to get healing from being in my territory on this turn. And then those guys there. Okay, that looks fine. Jormag has returned to Frost Citadel, and we can end the turn there. Very, very happy that I got the work camp and got the forester out there. That makes this much, much better. Still scary considering that I just now built a road for him to come straight at me, but I think in the long run this does me more good than it does harm. Alright, once that Fury's done, I will go ahead and throw another Berserker into the mix. And we'll probably queue something up after that war hall too. We can't really afford it right now. I'll decide that on the next turn. My gold income is still not great. I think I probably need to build the vendor, or really anything that gives gold. Yeah, I think the vendor is next up. But once I get 3 full-size stacks out here, we can advance. I definitely want Jormag back in the mix, so I just have to hope that I have enough time to do this. Because purple is right over there and could come barreling it at any time. I just have to hope he's busy fighting independence and clearing stuff right now. One thing's for sure, even if I do take Noctis down, the amount of time it's taken me to do it. See, yeah, okay, quest failed, but there doesn't appear to be any consequences for failing it, so may as well just take every quest you get. Alright. Can just barely get them out of the blizzard. And then I can start getting the scouts out of these armies and other units in. Pull this guy down here. Hopefully I have enough to build the market. I think I do. The vendor. Or yeah, the market. There we go. 3 turns for that. And we'll just have to let my economy hum along for a little while. I want the higher rank scout, and we have to rebalance our armies again. Okay, so Jormag and an evoker, and a white witch, that's fine. We'll toss a berserker into the mix for them. So yeah, you can go here, and I'm gonna put everybody else in kind of like a line over here. Bram can drop a scout. Bram can actually drop both scouts. He doesn't need either of them. He does need one of these guys. We can put one berserker over here. Bram's got one, so every army has a berserker. I would like Jormag and Bram's armies to have the healers. Make sure each of them has one archer. So it's an archer for you, and an archer for you. And then we'll kind of just, we'll throw a shield in with Jormag's army, I guess. Yeah, that looks fine. The Razorback can go kind of with the random group over here. And now I have an extra White Witch down here, which is very handy. And I can throw in the gold rank scout, and then this scout is just going to go do nothing for now. Just stay out of the way. We don't need... Actually, I could leave the scout in the outpost, because... yeah, there's no harm in doing that, so I'll just leave the scout there for now. Okay. Roller Noctis has returned to Starlit Sanctuary, so he did not have the thing that had let him come back quickly. Okay, it just told me exactly where Starlit Sanctuary is, and that does confirm that it is indeed right underground there. What's he got here? A couple more bone golems. 2 heroes. I wouldn't mind knocking that stack out if they get any closer to me. Let's see what they do. Is there any spells I need to cast now that I can cast spells again? I do have a decent amount of mana. Probably should prepare that blizzard. Yeah, let's get that blizzard prepared. And see what these guys do. Okay, they just took over that. So the question then becomes, do I want to park a unit on the underground passage and block it? Like with Jormag's army, for example. or just really whatever the most powerful army I can muster is. I think I probably do want to do that. Let's stack. I keep organizing and then reorganizing my armies, but you know, I guess that's just part of the game. Bram is not actually providing any combat bonuses to his army. He's just a mage fighter. He doesn't give buffs to anybody, so he doesn't have to be leading a group. So what I'll do is I'm going to make one super stack and use it for that underground passage just to block it. So that'll be Jormeg and Bram. Definitely a healer. And definitely a White Witch. I know that for sure. Then who are the other two? A Berserker for sure. We want a Berserker. And maybe a shield guy. Probably a shield guy for the stun and defense. The AoE defense. Yeah, let's do that. We got a gold rank shield guy here. He'll do fine. All right, we're going to block that underground passage. We can't go down it on this turn, but we can at least block it and prevent anything from coming up without it being a very, like I could keep it from overwhelming us, like having a whole ton of units pop up and surround me all at once. I would rather be the person deciding what comes in and out than leaving that up to Noctis. All right, we'll move you guys down, adding a Berserker, and didn't give them an Archer, but that's okay. I'll give this group one of the Archers. Put you guys there, and then you guys are all the leftovers. You can come and just sit on the Forester, or sit here. Actually, this is probably better, because it puts you closer to the cave entrance, meaning you'll have more movement left once you go down. Because I might go down there on the next turn. In fact, I probably will, at least with Jormag's group. This is going to be maybe one of the riskiest plays I've ever done in this game. Because when I go underground, whatever happens down there, that's going to determine possibly the course of the rest of this game. Okay, I did get the Inquisitor done. That was pretty quick. Let's get, oh, I should have locked the other one. Dang it, I didn't even think about that. The only thing that's really particularly useful here is Tribunal, so I'll get that researched. But I wanted that mass condemnation thing. Okay, well, I've got Blizzard prepared. I'm going to hang on to that. I can probably do Primal Mark. Yeah, I should probably get that ready now that I'm making Inquisitors. Just so they have that. Or now that I can make Inquisitors anyway, I should say. I'm not going to be making any on this turn. I'm going to leave everything the way it is for now in my capital. Not spending Empire Development stuff. I might actually want to drop some Empire Development points on other things in here. Mines granting mana, that would actually be pretty good. You know what? I'm going to grab that now. That'll help with the mana issues that I've been having. And battlefield looting. This seems like a pretty good one to pick up too. Yeah, there's some useful stuff in here. Oh, I can start getting gold from fighting stuff, which is absolutely something that I can use. Okay, spell is ready. Orders requested. You are just going to camp in that outpost for a while, buddy. We don't need anything further from you. I wouldn't mind having this archer go up to replace the other scout that's on the front line so he can keep working his way that way. But I'm not going to hold up the charge on his behalf, so... Alright, well, I don't know if I'll be able to battle much down there, but I feel like we've still got time in this episode to go another turn and see, maybe just see what's down there. The problem with this game is you never know when a giant battle is going to pop up out of nowhere. They're all keeping their distance, just enough distance from Jormag that they don't want to commit to fighting him. Oh, look, well, they think they're so smart staying just outside of my range, but I can split off a unit like Bram and still attack on this turn. Ooh, and that's tempting, because I could take out 2 more heroes, including their items. But if I go underground with anybody... Yeah, see, if I enter... I can enter the cave, but it'll take all my units if I do that. So I have an important decision to make here. I haven't dropped down a quick save in a while. I should probably do that. In case there's a crash or something. Okay, I've got a very important decision to make here. I could totally go and take out these armies here. Noctis is currently stuck underground and can't help anybody, but he is back, so I do have to deal with spells. This army does not look like a pushover by any means. 2 spell shields, particularly 2 bone golems that are quite scary. There's actually 2 more bone golems, so there'll be 4 in total that I have to deal with, plus the 2 heroes. But going underground and having all that jumping me down there while I'm also dealing with units down there might actually be worse. So I think it may be worthwhile to just knock out more of Noctis's stuff while he can't fully outnumber me. Because this would be 11 units versus 18. So while, yes, there are more bone golems, I also have another White Witch in the mix now for more freezing, plus Jormag back. I think this is a battle I win pretty easily. It'll just be... It'll be a decent fight. I think I gotta do this, because we're talking about taking 2 heroes out here. And, ooh, they do have some... Oh, man. They've got some nice items. Even a Bone Wyvern mount that Grant... now I'm calling him Grant. I don't know where my mind comes up with this crap. Bram could use. Maybe we just have to change his name every episode. What about you? Basically the same... Wait, they have the exact same gear. What the crap? How did that happen? Probably just spawned them with like a preset template or something. In any case, that's a lot of actual items to add to my Dragon Horde. If I took those out, I would not only get a big chunk of money from the items, but I would get a big chunk of money from killing units from that Empire perk I picked up. That would be a nice economic boost and a pretty big military hit to him. I think I have to do this. I think rushing underground headlong would... allowing them to come running down the cave entrance and trap me down there with whatever else is already down there, that's potential suicide. This is a much better option, so let's do it. I want to move as few units as I can, and just get them just in range. I would still like to go back and end my turn on the cave entrance with another decently powerful army. Actually, I don't know. After taking this group out, I think I'm okay with leaving the cave entrance open for a single turn. It depends maybe on how many losses I take here, so we just need to get within 3 tiles of Jormag and then decide from there. I can end my turn, or have them sit on the farm for a turn. But this will pull in... That will not pull in all my units. Oh, that's because these guys are still too far away. Okay, we can't sit on the farm with them. Oh, they okay. I'm looking at Jormag's stack, not the stack that I'm attacking. Okay, now everybody's in on it. All right, so we're gonna have Bram launch the attack. Says a low risk battle. We at least don't have Noctis to deal with in here. We just have 2 other heroes and a lot of bone golems. Let's see what the auto says. Well, at least Otto thinks I won this one, so... But Jormag died again. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's not how this is supposed to work. Oh, it's the rocky terrain one. Okay, so I think I'll do better on this one. Because they're mostly melee. And this creates choke points that I can block up. Oh, I like this. I think I'll be fine here. The only problem is I kind of have, like, the low ground. But I don't think it really matters. They're only... Well, okay, they do have 2 ranged heroes. Those heroes both had eagle bows. So that's a little bit of a concern. But otherwise, I think this is pretty good. What I'm probably going to try to do is get up to this hilltop here and take that position in those rocks. So I'm just going to move everyone to the side. Oh, I should have used Blizzard. Why didn't I do that? Oh, that was dumb. That could have made a big difference here. Well, I guess I'll save the mana for another day. I don't know why I didn't use Blizzard. That's the whole reason I prepped it, and then I just totally forgot. It's another one of those situations where I know people were yelling at their monitors. But it's not your monitor's fault, it's mine. Don't blame the monitor. Okay, just have everybody run along and join forces. We'll see. We may have to reposition to the middle, depending on how they move, but I do think I can get through this battle without losing anything. They have distracted Jormag and sundered his defense, but they don't really have a way of hitting him with anything, or at least not with much. Oh, this army has split off. Okay, we can take advantage of this. They've split themselves into two halves. I'm going to keep moving, running these guys away, and just go for this hilltop over here. Granted, elevation doesn't actually matter. It just kind of looks like it does, but it really doesn't make a difference. Should Bram summon something and then have it go charging in? Or wait another turn? I think now might be the correct turn for Bram to summon something, because it looks like we're about to come to blows here. So I'm going to have him summon something now that can then be used to immediately block a spot. Oh, I got the fire guy. Okay. That actually isn't bad. He could incinerate a big group right there. Probably want to catch the bone golem that's closer to me in it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Set a few of them on fire. Ooh, that felt nice. Okay. Now, I can't freeze stuff that's on fire. As far as I know, it'll just put out the fire. But this bone golem here is not on fire. And actually, I don't know that this one is either. Did I inflict him with burning? Nope, neither of the bone golems are actually on fire, so they're still perfectly valid freeze targets. The hero is on fire, though. Those heroes have an eagle bow. I probably... Let's see, where's my shields? They're all elsewhere. Okay, so I don't really have shield protection on this side of the fight right now, which is unfortunate. That bone golem can reach either side of that space, so I probably don't want to move a unit up in there. I think actually what I want to do is just hang back. There's not really a reason for me to go charging in. I suspect some of them will go after the elemental guy, but if they do, then I can just hit them with other stuff. I am going to send this berserker on a flank route over in this direction. I'm going to leave her here. I think this guy can follow the berserker on his flank, because he can move a good distance and still attack. We'll have the scouts just sit there for now. Actually, might be better to have the archers sit there for the crit bonus. Yeah, I think I like that better. So scouts can also go on a flank. Yeah, they can go all the way around. That's fine. I want the archers on the crit thing. I want you guys just nearby. Berserkers kind of up front-ish. Put you here and give magic resistance to that whole group. Jormag can go here. Jormag can fly over other stuff, so I can get them in combat pretty easily. And then everybody else is just continue running, basically. Don't stop. Now, I really think they're just going to charge into this massive line that I've built. I think they will. I'm not ready to cast any spells yet. We're gonna just see what they do. I actually would be totally fine with them just charging down that elemental, because that's gonna leave them very vulnerable to a lot of other stuff, and I really think they will. Okay, gotta remember they do have that Star Blade, so I want to use my magic sparingly if I can afford to. Alright, they're using up a lot of their healing to try to get rid of the issues that my fire elemental caused, which is great. And they are charging right into my trap. This is perfect. This is so much better than the last fight. Okay, these guys look like they're going to get cut off, so they may have to form a defensive line around there to deal with stuff. But for the moment, I have the pleasure of being able to just ruin these guys. Now, Explosive Phase is going to hurt me too, so I don't know if I want to do that. I probably just want to have them sit and defend and be in the way, generally. The units that were going on that flanking trip don't look like they're going to be that much help here, but there's only so much. They wouldn't be any good in this mess either, because they'd just be getting in the way. So I'm going to keep them running on that route all the way around. And maybe they can come up behind those heroes and cause trouble. Put the scout in the trees there. There. Might need you here, though. Oh, yes, we're going to need you right in that spot. Perfect. I would like very much to ruin this thing's day. The White Witch can absolutely decimate this, along with the Archer. I think I'm going to have the Archer do most of the work on that one, and have the White Witch potentially try to freeze that Bone Golem. We'll see. But yeah, the Archer is just going to ruin this thing's day. And I don't really need or want to use all my freezes right now. I may want to drop one on that Bone Golem, though. He's getting a little close. And I want to have time for my units to form a line, because I do still have this horde back here. So, let's see. I'm going to have you try to freeze that. Okay, good stuff. Keeps him from doing anything for a turn. And then I can hit him with some other units as well. I think I am going to have the... You know what? We'll take this shot. I might miss, but... I did miss, but I hit the golem instead. So I'm fine with that. They basically just shot for extra ranged. Okay, we'll just have you use your regular attack to finish this thing off. Unless he can do it somehow, and I don't think he can. Alright, and then everything else is going to go into beating the absolute crap out of this thing. I'm just not sure that I want my Berserker to do it. I think I would rather use the range units available to me. Specifically Bram, for sure. Yeah. Kind of like the spot he's in. He's got a good line of sight on a lot of stuff. A few despairs, there we go. You technically can attack now, because there's nothing in your way. Yeah, why don't you finish it off? Want to do your last attack? Wait. Oh, I melted it. Oops. Okay, oops. Gotta pay attention to that kind of thing. Alright, well, fortunately this White Witch doesn't have anything else she has to do on this turn, so I'll just use her to finish it off. Okay, now he's got his little pike boys. What else do we have? I thought we had one more range unit here. Because I could use him to go deal a lot of damage to them. I don't really want Jormag to make his big move yet. But I could if I move something, I could have Jormag spawn a spider on this turn, which is kind of what I want to do. I am going to move... Okay, I'm going to move this guy up a little bit. We'll have Jormag spawn the spider, because the spider can move on this turn. Okay, we got the ice one. That's fine. Move here. We can move a little further, actually. Can I get the guy around back? It's kind of what I want to do. I want to get this unit dead in just a couple hits. So we're going to run around his range of attack there. Hit him in the back with a flank attack, sundering his defense, and I think... Oh, it's just not enough. Okay. I'm sure I can hit him with something else to whittle that down just a bit. Probably here. I think I can. I just may need to freeze that thing with a different White Witch. Is there any other range units up here? I could swear I had another one, but maybe not. Oh, wait, hang on. You could do it. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, and this leaves a tier 3 spider with its back turned to the enemy that I think the AI is dumb enough to go after. Which they actually don't... I shouldn't say dumb enough. They kind of have to do something about it because it's still going to be around for 3 turns. So... maybe I'm being a little too harsh on the poor guys. I'm going to back up to here. I think the range of this is the same as the range of this. Yes, it is. So, however close I have to be for freeze bolts is how close I have to be to attempt to freeze this thing. Although, maybe I don't want to freeze that thing. Maybe I want to let that charge in. Because if I freeze it, then it just becomes part of this horde as they move in behind. So, I actually am going to let it come after me. I might let the shield guys try to tank the hit. Yeah, I think we'll do that. How far can he move? We got to get some other units out of the way first to be able to kind of tell, but... Okay, he could make it pretty far. I'm gonna move you up here just to put an AoE shield on a bunch of people. You can make it... You know what? I'm not gonna let it hit anything. I'm not going to let it hit anything because I can just freeze it on the next turn. So we're just gonna get everyone out of its way, and then we'll freeze it, and we don't have to worry about getting its guard down. I think this looks pretty good. And I still don't feel like I need to cast any spells. So... yeah, I like how this is set up here. He's trying to sunder and distract random units, but he can't actually... like, he just did it to that Berserker, but he can't hit the Berserker with anything. Oh, here comes the Bone Golem. Oh, they are going after the... Okay, they actually went after one of my actual real units. But left their Bone Golem in a pretty bad spot. Alright, those guys up there are probably going to need to back off. Unless I can break through the rest of this pretty quickly. Alright, these guys are now basically coming at me in a long line, which is exactly what I want. Let's focus on the situation up here, and then I can move back down there. We got a little spider summon in here. Now, fortunately, this guy still is doing full damage, because he is an elemental. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of this thing. Since he's only one unit in that stack, he's going to do full damage every time. I may not even need to freeze that Bone Golem. I think I can just straight up kill it and then use a freeze on somebody else. Preferably one of the heroes, but they tend to have pretty high status resistance, so I'm not sure if that's a good bet. Yeah, they have high status resistance. You can tell because the bolstered defense from my sundering attacks has a pretty low chance of succeeding. Those heroes I'm going to just need to swarm. Alright, how about you, archers? How much damage? They can come pretty darn close to finishing that unit off. I would like to dislodge the berserkers, or get this guy out of the way so that I can get the berserkers through here. I think I'm just going to have the spider kill their spiders. And, well, Bram, actually, no, Bram's in a good spot to do some good here. Well, Bram could help down here as well. I think down here could use a little more help, because they're getting rushed down a little harder. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so move you down here and throw a spear. We're going to move from the bottom up, and then we can decide how much Bram needs to do on this turn. But I probably now, I think, is the time to freeze this guy. I still haven't used any of my heals. That I might need to do that. 99% chance to freeze. I think I can pretty reliably count on that. Okay, I'm gonna leave him here. Or maybe more like here. They can't quite reach those other units, and I have an idea for him. I want to leave him here and then maybe bring this guy down to help guard him, because these shield guys can reach him, and they can try to stun him, but I can give him more resistance and status effect resistance by having him have the War Shaman's buff. At least I think I can. Yeah. Yeah, that gives +3 resistance and +3 status resistance, whereas theirs just gives +3 defense. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do with them, I think. I'm going to move the War Shaman down and just defend here. That way, this army here is pretty much set for this turn, and I can use Bram for stuff up here for now, like getting rid of this thing. Please go away. Nice morale boost for me there. I keep forgetting about those guys, though. Dang it. Alright, fine. I'll punch through you eventually. Jormag hasn't really even had to do anything yet. Okay, if I can land 3 full hits here, I got this, but... Okay, I got it. Alright, cool. Alright, now what I think I want to do is use these guys to heal and strengthen themselves, as well as the berserkers and some other units. Oh wait, they can't. You know what, that guy's going to expire soon anyway. I don't think I'm going to worry about healing him. I do want to heal the berserkers, though. Just to give them regen going into this next phase of the fight, where I'm going after those heroes. And I think I'm going to want Jormag up, helping to deal with the heroes as well. So yes, we're going to move forward with Jormag in this direction. I think the other units that I've got can handle that, but the heroes scare me a little more. I need to get in their face and try to mess them up. Bram can stay down here and help with this, I think, though. And I may be able to freeze that hero back there if I get lucky, but I don't know if I want to count on getting lucky for that. But at the very least, I probably want the strengthened from this, so I'll do that. Because I can just give a nice big heal to everyone here. And then I can probably... rest of this, I think. Yeah, I should be able to, especially with the Sundering defense on there. And if I could just freeze something here. 39% chances on both of them. It'll be a little better if I can manage to sunder their defense. So I think I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to move the Berserker here and attack from this angle, so I'm also pressuring that mage. Ooh, I landed a nice crit, and I did sunder his defense. Okay, this could be potentially pretty big, because now it's a 43% chance. Oh, it would remove burning, though. I set him on fire somehow. Alright. Well, I can just take the chance with this thing. If it fails, it's not the end of the world, but if I get lucky... Oh, I got lucky, alright. Well, with that in mind, we can just bull rush these guys. Why is he so hard to hit? Alright, well, I'm gonna go... Oh, it's a wild speaker? Oh, that's where that spider came from. I think I'm gonna just go after the hero, though. The wild speakers aren't that scary to me. Did resist the sundered defense, but that's fine. For some reason, I have a much higher chance of hitting this with the Razorbacks, so I'm gonna do that. Did resist the bleed, which is too bad. And then my scouts can go, I don't know, back here. Just, I really don't have a good plan for them, so I guess just moving them behind enemy lines is good enough. They're not really at risk back there, other than, oh wait, hang on. Yeah, that's a risk. We're gonna undo that. They can't really do anything is the problem. I guess I'll just move them here. They can take 50% shots at stuff, but I could hit my own units doing that. And I don't really want to take that risk. So for now, we'll just leave them here. Okay, who's left? Okay, we're just gonna let the scout be there. And then we're back down to the southern angle. Southern from my perspective anyway. And I'm going to get the Berserkers down way, way down here, so they're in a good position to run around and flank something. And I'm going to move these shield guys down here too. So they're being protected by that status effect resistance. I think that's everybody. Jormag's good for now. They can help with stuff on my next turn with these heroes. I could try an Ice Coffin on this hero, but I don't think that's really worth triggering Star Blades. Yeah, I think we're just going to end the turn. And my Fire Elemental is gone. But he did a great job while he was around. A lot of buffs. Okay. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I was looking at the wrong part of the battlefield. Hey, no crits on my animals. Okay, they didn't use their shield flash thing, they just kind of ran in and hit at me. Which, that's fine. Alright. A decent amount of stuff piling up down here, but I think we can manage it. I want to actually deal with the situation involving the heroes first now. Jormag is here and not happy. We're going to break some stuff. I want to start by... What are the odds of this freezing? It's pretty low. It's not. That's not going to work. Trying to decide which group Jormag should go after. I think I kind of want to get after these guys up here a bit more. I'm gonna open up with a tail swipe, which is gonna demolish stuff. But those guys aren't hiding in grass. I think these guys are, though. So I'm gonna do it here, just in case that helps me in some way. Whack. Ooh, that was a nice crit. And this also pins that hero in a very bad spot. And another crit. Happy to see it. I'm gonna move them, start trying to get them out of there. Kind of caught in that hero's zone of control. I can do a pretty good hit to this hero here, but not gonna be able to. I have a chance to freeze him. I'm gonna try to sunder his defense again. I'm just gonna do it from a different angle so that I can keep this guy pinned down. No sundered defense that time around. I could probably... No, I think the spiders are gonna be more useful. Yeah, they're just gonna be more useful running in and hitting stuff. They have 2 chances to sunder his defense here. There, I got it once at least. Oh, his morale is dropping quickly. Didn't like getting those flank attacks landed on him. So you have a freeze, you have a freeze, you do not have a freeze, so you just need to shoot something this turn, which is fine. I'll take the 70s. Oh, his morale is dropping quickly. And he's not the one surrounded between a dragon and a giant man with an axe. I could try to freeze him. It's a 43% chance. I think it's probably worth just giving it a shot, because even if it fails, I'm gonna... Oh, I got it again. A few lucky freezes. That's all you need. Alright, good, because I need these guys down here to freeze stuff. That bone golem ain't getting any further away. Okay, from here, these archers have a good chance to... They can hit that bone golem pretty well. I think I'm going to try to shield bash both these 2 guys in the front, just to slow them down for a turn, while my archers pick apart the bone golems. And I do have 1 freeze, so I probably want to use that wisely. I think I want to use it on the bone golem that's closer. And then Bram and the archer can mess it up pretty good. Yeah, this looks good. I might want to hit it with a... No, I think I'm going to want the skirmisher for something else. They should be able to assist with finishing it off. I think I can kill it on this turn. Oh, the archers might just straight up crit it to death. Now they only had 2 shots. Well, it's more than enough to get this done, though. Alright, that is a dead bone golem, and there's the little skeleton spawn. Which I can do a pretty good amount of damage to on the outgoing turn. I'm thinking about bunching everyone up and doing a heal preemptively, just to trigger the regen. I think that's probably a good idea. I think I like that idea. We're gonna do this. Try to sunder his defense. If it's successful, I should be able to mess him up pretty good with those archers. I wish I could do just a little bit more to him. I mean, I could kill him, but, you know, I don't really need to. There's no need to kill him. on this specific turn. Oh, well, they're gonna just do it anyway. Give those people a pay raise. All right, I do want to shield bash here. Trigger that stun to keep this guy from trying to go after the archer. And then we're just gonna... I should have actually done this earlier because it gives strengthened. That would have been better. And then this guy here... Oh, their morale is not looking good. All right. Well, that's what I like to see. Those guys would retaliate, but I'm going to do more damage to them than they'll do to me, and I'm still getting the shield benefits of the guy next to me. So I'm going to use them to just attack. Alright, and then we're going to go back down south with this guy on that flank route again. And we're back up top. I definitely want to do something with this guy. I'm not sure exactly what, but... Oh, this guy's morale is not looking good either. I think I'm just going to put him behind Jormag and try to poison something. Or remove regen, I guess. Or I could just defend and protect Jormag and my... Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just defend and protect Jormag and my little pet over here. Oh, you're up to a 90% chance to hit now, I see. It's still basically no damage, but... Well, hey, 4 damage is better than nothing. Okay, end turn, I think I don't need to cast any spells again. I should be fine. And their units may start fumbling here. They're getting absolutely torn apart in this battle. Okay, he fumbled that. Ah, the bone golem got to one of my frost ladies. I am seeing a lot of fumbles, which is very good. Hey, I don't think we need to be healing stuff. All right, I've done enough work to try to mitigate that. Oh, Jormag can just start smacking that thing. So we could take one hero down. I think the other one's going to try to run, and I would prefer to prevent that from happening. I want all of those items. So let's start down here, because this group can't really help with the other situation anyway. Main thing, I need to get that bone golem out of the way. That's got a cooldown of 1... Or does it say it's on cooldown? Yeah, I can't use ability for 1 turn. I think hers might actually be free to use, but I just can't use it because I'm in the enemy zone of control. Well, we know where Bram's going to have to hit this thing. I think that I kind of want that archer to go after that hero, but I can't get a good shot at it. I feel like the situation down here is pretty much under control. What I'm going to do is try to keep sundering defense on that hero. Yeah, I've got an idea here. So Bram still needs to help with this. I'm so glad he got a spirit orb. It is so useful against these bone golems. Now you definitely are on cooldown. Oh my gosh, it's so close, but just not quite there. Alright, we're gonna use you to just do a tiny bit of damage to that thing. Basically, I'm trying to get her out of here to where she can run up and try to help with freezing things. Actually, I need to get units out of the way if she's going to even be able to help with freezing things. You know what? I will take this shot. I will take that shot. That's actually fine. Because the skirmishers can deal with this now. This should free up. That triggered the route. That did trigger the route. Okay, now I have to try to kill as much stuff as I can before it gets away. But the main thing is the heroes. I want their items. So what I have to do now is try to run down and freeze these heroes. This one probably can't get out very easily. I think I've got her, but this one could potentially get away. Please sunder resistance, defense. No, didn't get it. Gotta track that one down. Okay, what I can do is move. They're all routing, so I can move my units pretty much everywhere, anywhere I want. Oh wait, no. Even though they're routing, I'm still in their zone of control. That's strange. Okay. Well then fine, I'll go here. But I'm going to be trying to freeze them. I can just land a freeze on... Oh, I got it. All right, cool. I've been getting lucky with my freezes in this battle. Okay, with her frozen, I don't really care if this guy gets away. It's whatever. It would be nice if he didn't, but... Well, let's see how much damage Jormag can do. Jormag is so big. Because if I can freeze the other one... Oh, she actually... Oh, right, I took that down, but then there's these guys. Okay, fine. I will shield bash you to... Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to let these shield guys get away. Because I need to shield bash this guy so that she can move. That's the reason why it hasn't triggered the routing notification. Because these guys are still technically fighting capable. Okay, let's move you here to where you have a pretty good shot at killing them, or at hitting them. And then on the next turn, she may be able to freeze something. Same with her. Since that unit's frozen now, I am not going to worry about it. These guys down here can just start hitting stuff. I can maybe get multiple stacks of Sundered defense on these guys. And hit them with a pretty meaty hit. And then I guess I have to redirect all my focus over here towards trying to kill that hero. I want to use the berserkers to go after this guy, but I'm afraid the hero, yeah, they could totally get away on this turn if I don't kill them now. So I have to try to kill them now. And I'm not even 100% sure that I can. I may have to use Ice Coffin on them, but for now we'll hit them with everything that I safely can. We'll start with the melee, because I can sunder their defense with these guys, possibly. Okay, they resisted. I think I've got him. I think I've got this one. Yeah. Give me your treasure. Jormag wants gold for his dragon horde. Okay, I think I've got this. Just need a few hits to land. Couple grazes. Oh man, it's close. He needs just like a scratch. She can't hit it. She can't hit it. You could if you moved. please. There we go. You're not getting away. And Bram will be taking that wyvern mount, thank you. Okay. You're good there, you're good there. Actually, I probably shouldn't have put them into defense mode. They could do more good from here. Just shooting, because it doesn't matter if they miss, they're not going to hit friendlies because they're a magic unit. Okay, then the only other thing I can consider doing is using Ice Coffin to keep these guys from running away down here, which probably is a fine idea. Starblades doesn't really matter now, because they're not attacking me, they're in retreat mode. So I think I'm going to start using that. I just want to make sure all these guys down here die. The question is, do I freeze this one or that one? I think I freeze this one. He's already partially injured. The other one, I might not be able to prevent from getting away. Yeah, I think that one's gonna probably be able to retreat. Alright, well, those guys got away, but I don't care. As long as the hero sticks around until the very end. I wonder if... Okay, they can't go after the last one, but they can kill the hero. So we made sure to get both of them. Jormag may have a chance to freeze that guy. It's also possible... No, the White Witches don't have freeze, and I don't think the other ones can get close enough. Could maybe get a lucky shot from here with the archers if I stand on the lucky clovers. Aw, no lucky. I might end up freezing him, just with the spell. That's one less soother that I have to deal with, and I don't like them because they can undo my freezes. There's a nice crit. Jormag does have a chance to freeze it. I slowed him. That might be good enough. Yeah, he can't actually get to the arrows. He's one turn away. So I actually don't even need to freeze him. I could try to freeze this guy if I didn't want him to get away. Let's see. I still need to deal with these skeletons. So, well, Bram can just do that. That's fine. No, I do not wish to do that. I want to try to kill as much of this stuff as I can. Alright, so if I can manage to kill these guys with the units that are already here, I'll probably use the Sunderer to sunder that guy's defense and try to freeze him in an Ice Coffin. I think I can kill both of these guys. I don't think I can get that other Soother, but I think I can get this one up here, and I think I can get that guy. He is one space away right now from being able to get away. Which is a little weird. Why can't... Oh, because the water slows him down. Okay. Okay, you know what? You actually can't get away at all regardless. I'm going to do this. Poison you. And I'm going to move them down here. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I will figure something out. These guys have another freeze available. So I can actually freeze this guy for free and keep him locked in place. Yeah. Then I can run down here. Oh, I can't quite shield bash anything, though, which is too bad. But we can just start attacking things. Under defense on you. I can kind of block this guy's way out if I want to. Trying to decide if it's better to just let him go and go after the... Well, actually, right now, you're the only unit he can't... That guy can hit, so there's not really any reason not to do this. He's going to run into the water on the next turn if I let him. I'll probably try to freeze him before he can get there. And I still, you know, have to kill these guys, so I may as well do that. That might do it. No, it won't. But it will certainly help. And Bram can finish them off on the next turn. So I'm going to move the archers over here and start trying to pick these guys apart. Probably want to focus primarily on these guys. Oh, I missed and hit the others anyway. One for each. And you can't get away, and you can't get away. Which one do I want to get away less? Probably the spell shield. They're just pretty tanky and difficult to deal with. Just difficult to kill. If you ran here, I think I might be able to get another freeze on the spell shield, actually, on the next turn. For free, possibly. Same thing with you, actually. Why don't you guys come back and start worrying about this stuff down here. I might be able to kill everything here. So I think this one's covered. I don't think they're going to get away. Oh, wait. Actually, they might. They might, unless Jormag can do a pretty solid amount of damage to them. Yeah, maybe I should have left one White Witch up here. Well, actually, I can. She can stay up here and help with that. Although I'm not sure that she will be able to get within range. Oh yeah, and I forgot I still got these guys. We need to finish this person off, so... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's just go for that. Alright, so then we're back to the question of who do I want to freeze today? And it's going to be you. I can always use Ice Coffin on the next turn to freeze something else. Okay, they're going to run into the water. They are wet, and they are one turn away from escaping. I want to try to get this guy first. Oh, Jormag looks like... Yeah, it looks like Jormag can just take them, no problem. You're not getting away. He was so close. He was so close. He was inches, mere inches away. Same with this guy here, but I don't think he's going to make it. No, I don't think he's going to make it. Sorry, buddy. I'll take this shot with the archers now, since they could miss. Oh, nope, he's dead. He's quite dead. Move you here. Move this one here, and I believe I can freeze to lock you in place. Yep. And then you're gonna get chopped in the back. Again, mere inches from escape, and they can't go anywhere. I can just start sundering defense freely. I think this is the last unit left. That'll do it. That was a pretty good win. That was a pretty good win. I feel good about that one. Ooh, all right. Collect 2 souls, which doesn't really matter, 78 gold and 300 research. Not to mention all those items that are now, well, not in my horde yet. I have to go into the hero panel. I killed one, and I was hoping I just killed both of them. going to sell their remains for sure. Yeah, let's look at their stuff here. Bram could definitely use some of that. All right, we're going to sell that remains. Go back to Bram because he's going to need upgrades. Also, possibly the dragon. Dragon's got a ring that's making it harder to hit by physical ranged and magic attacks. Bram, on the other hand, does not have a ring, and the other one I got gives more defense against physical range and magic attacks. I think I would like Jormag to keep the one that makes him harder to hit. I'll give Bram the defense one. I think the one that makes you harder to hit's a little better. Well, I don't know. Jormag's got a lot of health, so Jormag kind of gets a little more mileage out of defense. I think I am going to do that. Also, I have multiple heroes with level ups. Bram does get the wind barrier ring. Bram also got a hat out of that. My robes are better for Bram. I did get rune leggings, so he gets a little more resistance. And it gets a spider hatching bell. And eagle bow, I don't need the satirical orb. Okay. Jormag got another level up. Okay, so there's... Next up, I can get Tail Bash. I kind of don't like that one. I like just keeping the units where they are. I don't usually want to knock them backwards. So I'm going to avoid that. I think what I might do is get the Dragon Breath Cone. Has a higher chance to freeze stuff. Yeah, I like the cone one. It just covers a nice big area. It has a high chance to freeze, or higher than my default breath, which I think is just a 30% chance to freeze. And combined with the blizzard, it makes it even better. So we're going to get the Dragon Breath Cone. Because we may need to do some AoE freezing. And Bram also leveled up. Let's decide what he gets next. Probably something from the mage stuff. Arcane strength, more damage, more accuracy, and more status resistance ignoring. Let's do it. Bram's just an all-out DPS at this point. Oh yeah, also, he gets a Bone Wyvern mount now, which allows him to fly. Okay, now what I gotta do is get everybody back up into friendly territory for healing. I don't really need to worry about... I'm not gonna worry too much about which army is stacked where. Or who's standing with who, as long as everyone's within 3 tiles. This army at least can get back in my borders and heal, so that's good. And I'm gonna have them go here. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's together, more or less. This is good enough. Okay, I think leaving them stacked like that is fine. If anything pops out of the cave, it'll still have to fight all 3 because they're all close enough. I think we're good there. I do have another archer that's getting close to being able to join. If I can... Which army has the scout in it? That's you guys. I kind of want to get them out. If I put this archer here, they could maybe run something out and pick it off. But if they did that, they might leave themselves vulnerable, and being here would not pull in these guys. I actually like the idea of putting the archer here. Because if they want to run something out and attack the archer, it might trick them into doing something stupid. Which is kind of what you have to do with the overworld AI in this game, given all the in-battle advantages they've got. But I think with all the damage I've done to Noctis in the past couple turns, his army strength has to be reeling. and especially taking those heroes out. Now, one thing I can do, and a decision that I have to make, and I'm about to wrap this episode up, but I want to leave this to you guys. What do you think I should do? Is it worth granting her freedom just to get her items in my inventory? Because she's got a lot. That's a lot of items that could just be sitting in my Dragon's Hoard giving me gold per turn. I think it probably is, but why don't you guys let me know what you think? The only problem is she could end up showing up again, I think, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. I don't know if they would have to re-recruit her or if they would just get her back. I don't know. So let me know how that works in the comments, because I honestly am not sure about that. And depending on your feedback, I'll decide what to do with her when we return. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Still a decently long one, but not quite 2.5 hours this time. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed those battles there. I think we're in a pretty good position to start going after Noctis's capital on the next turn. We just had to thin out their army ranks a little bit. Hopefully purple can stay out of my way for just like another 5 turns, and then I think I can maybe knock Noctis out of the game. But we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.